The other thing about hitting softer is it gives you more options. So when you hit in a very rigid idea, you have to maintain that form. You just do. Otherwise, because of the way you hit with tension, it falls apart. When you hit softer, because you're not trying to push them, it allows you to come off angles and come off directions that you normally couldn't come on with a standard hard karate punch, which is the gift and curse of hardstyle. Like, hardstyle can punch really hard, but they're limited to certain angles. Where when you start throwing a softer punch, you're not limited to any angles. You can come from pretty much any direction you want as long as the body locks in, the rotation's proper. Also, it allows you to punch closer because you don't need this lockout to do this. Like, it's impossible to punch short when you drive like this. It just is. I mean, because you'd end up like this and there's just no strength there. Whereas if you learn to rotate, you can hit a lot shorter with more rotation and more wave, as opposed to locking and pushing. Because you're getting the shock, it's different than going like this. The other argument on that is the drilling end of it too. So I get this question a lot. When you hit something, if you go like this, you're not getting the advantage of what the body wants to mechanically do, of how it wants to rotate and create force. Again, if you were pitching, it's not like this, right? The whole body creates circles within itself to make that happen. Can you imagine someone pitching like this? Because that's not what you're trying to do, right? Hard style is like hitting with a bat. A soft style is like getting hit with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the head. There's no push behind the fastball. That bad fastball is just floating in the air. But when it hits you, it creates, energy into your body. So when you do this too, it allows you to drill. In Chinese, they refer to this as drilling jin. When you hit an object and you use the natural motion of the body to twist and turn stuff within inside the body, you have to understand it's almost like joint locking, right? There's two types of joint locking. There's joint locking where you just affect one joint, and there's joint locking where you try to connect every joint through the body all the way down to the floor. Well, when you hit, if you just hit, you're hitting like the first joint lock, where you're only affecting one point. But if you hit and control through the body, when you start twisting muscles, it affects other parts of the body also. Like, when you do this properly, if I put pressure here, I should feel pressure here, I should feel pressure through the body, because they're just connected. Everything's connected inside the body. So when you hit them that way, and you add that twist into the body, you're not just hitting the point, but you're also affecting other points of the body. I used to do very hard karate. Like I said, I've been punched by both. I've been punched by people who punch very hard, and it hurts really badly. But I've also been punched by people who hit very soft, and the pain is different because energy enters the body differently. You have a shorter compression time with a deeper punch. When you get hit with a softer punch, it's different. It doesn't feel like you're breaking ribs or you're getting broken. What it does is it goes inside and it swells. And when it swells, you'll be sick. It doesn't feel good. It's an entirely different punch. When you get hit with it, you'll feel it inside, and it'll just kind of sit there and grow. Not to say they both don't work, they're just different. And I'm not even arguing the ability to fight with it. I'm not saying you can't. And people get crazy with this. They think I'm telling them it doesn't work or they can't fight and then they're not manly anymore. And it just gets nuts. It's not the point. The point is as you get older and accumulate injuries, you have to be smarter. There's so much more out there than just doing the same repetitive thing for 50 years and not learning anymore. So if you're happy with this, so be it. Cool. Who am I to tell you you're wrong? I'm not. But I'm telling the rest of you who have had these problems and feel you're declining and feel you're not learning that there's more to this story. You don't have to just get locked into this forever. You don't. There's so many more ways to punch that can make you better.